Hi guys, welcome to part 5 of What If Rick Was Never in a Coma in The Walking Dead. So let's get into it. So Rick says to the group that they need some shelter. Bob and Sasha say that they can go look for stuff, and anything they find they'll bring back here, and yeah, that's about it. But I think they'd go together. Maybe Tyrese could go along. But I don't think that Tyrese would go along because he'd want to give his sister some space because she's in a relationship with Bob. Anyways, they both find Gabriel, and Gabriel says he means no harm and he'll be leaving, and he promises that they will never see Gabriel again. And before he can say another word, he's cut off by Sasha. Sasha says that they're not going anywhere until Gabriel shows them where his camp is, so the group can stay there and stuff. And Gabriel, seeing he has no other choice, he just brings them, he's just obviously gonna have to bring them to his church. So he brings Bob and Sasha to his church. Bob says that he'll stay with Gabriel, and he says for Sasha to go to get the group here. Sasha agrees to this, and she goes to where the group is staying originally on the road somewhere. So she goes back there, and she tells the group about that, Gabriel and the whole church thing. The group don't really question anything, and they just start to go along. Sasha is gonna lead them to Sasha's gonna lead them to the church, obviously. And one more thing I forgot to mention, Joe is not a part of the group still. He's still one of their prisoners. And the group end up at the church, and when the whole group goes in the church, and when Shane says to Gabriel, so this is the guy who lives here. And afterwards, Shane just smiles, and Jim says you should trust him because Jim was a good guy, all the way back in season 1, so I feel like Jim would say that. So anyways, when the group get inside, we see Carl and Lori spending some time together, because son and mother time, and they'd be with baby Judith that time. Judith isn't as grown up yet. And anyways, it's just family bonding time, so yeah. Anyways, and Gabriel would never say anything about the food or anything at the place they found it, because there's not enough food for everyone. The group is way larger here. So, yeah. And anyways, Morgan would be in a better state of mind because he's been around Eastman and stuff, and they've been bonding a lot. So, officially, Morgan is not crazy anymore. Okay, before we continue, like and subscribe, or I will shoot. And if I shoot, you die. And that's pretty simple. Okay. Let's continue anyways. So anyways, the whole Washington thing never happens because Eugene tells the group about that he doesn't really know the cure. Because Eugene, seeing how many people there are, yeah, he's definitely scared that they're gonna kill him. But so yeah, this makes the group's trust go down for Eugene, especially Abraham's. And one more thing, Beth and Jimmy are still in a relationship. I just wanted to kind of mention it because I haven't been I haven't really been talking about the relationship or anything like that. So I just wanted to add that in there. And another thing, Carol still hasn't gotten her character development because there's okay, so since Ed's alive, he's abusing her way more than in season 1. So Carol hasn't gotten her character development yet. She's gotten slightly more useful but like not like the original at all, because the original Carol was like totally like the original Carol was way useful. And the Walker horde comes to like the church like they did in the original, and remember this: the group have only been here for 5 days, and Gabriel said this place was safe. So this doesn't really go well with them because Gabriel lying to them. And anyways, 2 people end up dying here, and the second victim is sadly David. So yeah, but the rest of the group, like, they escape. Anyways, the group are looking for a place to stay at. So, like, they're looking at every single corner, but they just end up going back to the hospital because that's, like, the only place that they actually know is safe and has supplies. Like, the supplies they never took after they killed Dawn and the hospital people. And Rick tells Daryl and Merle and like Ed and like Otis to like go out like hunting so they can like, because there's a big group and they need food quickly or else some of their people are gonna start starving. And while out hunting, Ed is looking for anything he can like find or whatever, but he's not really looking. He's just kind of acting like it because he's just trying to look useful because you all know how Ed is. Anyways, when Ed isn't paying attention, a walker approaches him and the walker takes a huge bite out of him, killing, and this kills Ed. And Ed just like died right now, so R.I.P. Ed, but I don't really care about him. And anyways, Daryl ends up shooting the walker that like killed Ed. So yeah, it doesn't really matter. This death wouldn't affect a lot of people. Like, I don't even think it would affect anyone. Just Carol would be affected by this. So, anyways, Merle and Daryl and, like, Otis returned back to the hospital, and they informed Carol about Ed's death. Carol would still kind of care, but not as much as season 1. And Lizzie ends up kind of, you guys know, she ends up killing Mika because, I don't know, because she kind of thought, like, the walkers were her friends because she's kind of stupid. Anyways, Carol's forced into shooting her. So, Lizzie still dies here, but, like, in season 5, not season 4. And when Carol tells the group about her killing Lizzie because Lizzie killed Mika, the group would understand because everyone knows how Lizzie was, because to be honest, she was just annoying, and she was a big problem for Tyrese and Carol. And the group understands, so they wouldn't really punish Carol of doing anything like that. So they just kind of, say that it wasn't even her fault. So, like, Lizzie had to be dealt with in the original. So the group actually thank her for dealing with that problem, but they're still kind of mad that she still didn't have to kill her. But when she killed Mika, then the group understand. So anyways, guys, I hope you guys enjoyed, and that will be it for today. I hope you guys enjoyed, and bye-bye.